Hey y'all, it's Bear, and today I'm here to talk to you about stuff I hate in horror. So number one is ghosts. I do not think that ghosts are scary. I read a lot of ghost books, but I prefer my ghosts to be either in like a fluffy light setting, an urban, maybe a romantic setting, or just like straight up speculative. I don't like scary ghost books oftentimes because I feel like it's just not there's no payoff to it. That's a thing you'll see with these tropes is I feel like there's not a lot of payoff. You're going to retcon it in 200 pages by just revealing that it wasn't the ghost of your grandmother, it's a demon or an entity or a mysterious thing. It's never just a ghost. Like, if you want it to be scary, then have it just be a ghost. I think it's annoying. Ghosts don't scare me. I'm not scared by ghosts, and I don't understand what makes them so scary, especially whenever I know it's not going to be a ghost at the end. It's never going to be a ghost at the end of the book. Next is what I call like the Lovecraftian monster, I guess. Is just, I don't like the mysterious unknown identity that's too terrifying for words. This, I feel like, is lazy writing so much of the time. I have never found anything scary about an author saying, "Ooh, there's a scary monster behind you. Oh, can you tell me about the monster?" Yeah, it's scary. Okay, but like, what does the monster look like? It looks scary. I understand that the concept of something being too terrifying for you to be able to describe, something that is too fucked up and terrifying and too out of your realm of comprehension, that's a scary thing. If I can't visualize the monster, it's not scary. Do you see what I'm saying? The next one. This is going to be a little unpopular, I think, and I want you to hear me out, is gore. I am very picky about the way that my gore is done in books. I want you to either give me, like, the subtlest hint of gore, just like a drop of gore here in an otherwise pristine setting, or I want you to go full on wrong turn, splatterpunk, balls to the wall. I feel like a good example of this is authors who use the term viscera. That's the biggest fucking cop-out word, I think. I understand viscera. It's like internal organs and blood and shit. So whenever you say viscera, I'm just picturing a pile of gunk. I don't want you to use the word viscera ever in your book. Scratch that from your dictionary. It's a great SAT word, and I'm done with it. Like, I want you to describe the shit that's coming out of someone's body. I want you to tell me about the organs and the guts and the blood. I want to hear all about it. Because if you just say, "Oh, viscera," whatever. And I understand that, like, maybe you had to kill some of your darlings and take out some of your good bloody descriptions. Maybe you were afraid it would get smacked with an R rating. But I need it. Either give me like a cleverly subtle drop of it, or give me a straight-to-video sequel. I feel like a good example of the lesser gore side is the film Midsommar. There's no gore in that movie up until shit hits the fan, and then it's like a flash of gore, and it's so effective just to see like those little flashes of disturbingness here and there in this otherwise pristine setting. On the extreme side of it, like Wrong Turn is such a great example. I'm talking about like Wrong Turn, the later installments of the series where people get like sawed in half by barbed wire. Going on to my next trope, I do not like mental health or mental illness being an allegory for the horror in the book. I understand the parallels, I understand the idea, and I understand the intention. Like, if you don't take care of your mental health properly, it can fuck your world up. And that's often the metaphor that's used in these situations where a character, as their mental health gets worse, or as more traumatic things happen to them and they start to spiral kind of into insanity, or they go to extremes, and then as they do that, the horror amps up. The Babadook, right? That whole film is just an allegory for mental health. If you're just showing a person spiraling into insanity and you're not explaining it, then even though you shouldn't ever have to explain your art, it's going to help further stigmatize that. And the fifth and final one is I don't like family-related twists, right? I don't like family stuff to be like one of the twists of the book. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're reading a book and they keep talking about like, "Oh, my sister that I haven't seen in such a long time has escaped from jail." And now everyone that like wronged her in high school is starting to show up with their throat slit. Or like, oh, father's going to be very mad whenever he hears about what you've done. And then father is like a giant monster who's living in the basement. I don't like family related twists because it's so obvious. Like, you always see it coming. I think it's just to the point where I've read so much and I've seen so many films that I can spot twists like this coming a mile away. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell and all that good shit. And while you're down there, you can answer the comment question of the day. Let me know a trope that you hate in horror, or take one of these tropes and recommend me something that does the trope well. And if you don't have time, you don't have the spoons, or you don't want to answer any of this shit, then just leave me an emoji, preferably a yellow heart, so I know you made it all the way until the end of the video, or a smiley face if you don't have access to emojis. All my social media links as well as places to support me further will be in the link tree downstairs, so make sure you go check that out. And then I'll be posting the opposite to this in about a week, so keep an eye out for that, where I talk about my 5 favorite things in horror. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful, whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you tomorrow with another spooky video. Alright, thank you for watching. Okay.